Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to share with you how I make the Korean kimchi that is so famous around the world, and it's so good for you. So it's not just delicious, but it's actually good for your health. It's packed with probiotics, which supports the gut health, and it's full of vitamin C and vitamin K, which is great for the immune system and for your bone health. So basically what I'm doing here, I'm just cutting up a big Napa cabbage. Mine was about 4 pounds, I believe 4 to 5 pounds in weight. Basically, I'm slicing it in half, and then I'm trying to cut it again in quarters. So it's gonna be another half, and then it's gonna be 4 quarters. And splitting it gently, so that the leaves still stay together for salting. And then we just cut the tip off a little bit, like the bottom, not completely, because you still want them to be together. So you want the leaves to be together, so you want them flexible but not coming apart. I have regular Himalayan salt here. Please do not use anything treated, because the pickling won't turn good. There won't be any fermenting. It'll interfere and it will go moldy, and you'll be throwing up all that goodness into the garbage can. So just put any kind of pickling salt or kosher salt into the cabbage, so between the leaves. And after everything is salted, you let it sit for 2 hours, and we're gonna flip it every 30 minutes to make sure that the salt melts into the leaves and it penetrates the leaves. So 30 minutes later, this is the brine, not the brine, but it's a salty brine, yeah, that comes out of the leaves. So make sure you flip over. I just put a timer on and forget about it and go about my day or the rest of the recipe. So we add water. Then 2 tablespoons of sweet rice flour. If you don't have the rice flour, you can just use all-purpose flour. I've done it before and it works just fine. Give it a good mix, and then you're gonna put it on medium-high heat until it thickens up. So this is gonna be the brine. It's like a thick sauce, which we will pour over the Napa cabbage. So I have the 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Give it a good mix again and set it aside to cool. Now I have here 5 scallions. They're pretty large. You can see in the video, but they're big scallions. You can use 5 to 8 scallions, chop them up. All these green onions, giving color and great taste to your kimchi. I have here, again, it's a radish. You're supposed to have Korean radish, but I couldn't find it, so I found something similar to it. So I just found the Japanese type of radish, which is a daikon radish, which is very similar to the Korean. Chop it all up into slices, cut up into slices, and then into sticks. And we add it to the bowl of vegetables. I'll make sure to add the ingredients into the description box below so you guys can have it for reference. I have a large carrot here. We're gonna peel it off and slice it into bigger chunks and then into sticks. Perfect. So just cut them up into matchsticks and add it to the rest of the vegetables. And I have a bigger chunk of ginger here, ginger root. I don't really measure the exact amount, but it's about a big tablespoon of ginger that we're gonna slice again. And an onion, a large onion, and a full head of garlic. Just cutting them up into bigger chunks so I can add them to my electric chopper. because we're going to turn this into a paste. So we add the onions, the garlic, and the ginger to the electric chopper or a blender if you'd like. And then put them on the side. Now it's time to flip over again. It's been 30 minutes, so I'm just flipping over the Napa cabbage. Like I said, I have a timer set on all the time in the kitchen, so I don't have to think about it. And now I will combine the brine mixture, so the porridge, together with the onions and the garlic. So we're adding all of that goodness to the pot, give it a good mix, and add just a few more ingredients, which are the secret ingredients for the best kimchi. It's so easy to make, you guys. As long as you have the ingredient list, you just go for it. So this is the fish sauce that I'm using. It's authentic Korean fish sauce. I'll leave a link in the description box below. You need a good quality fish sauce, I believe, for good kimchi. I tried with cheaper ones and it wasn't so delicious. So this is the one I use. So half a cup of the fish sauce. And I have the shrimp paste here. You guys can use a real shrimp in a can. I chose to use the paste instead and it turns out amazing. This is the kimchi seasoning I am using. It's an all-natural one, and again, you can find it online or in the supermarket perhaps. It's the powerhouse. Okay, so this is the real deal. You need this for the kimchi. That's the hot pepper. This is the last flip. So I've been flipping them every 30 minutes for 2 hours. Last time, and then I'm giving them a good rinse, okay, in a big bowl of water, or you can do it in the sink if you have a clean sink. I just feel that it's more, how should I say, sanitary, but that's just me, okay? But obviously I do use the sink for washing vegetables as well. Today I chose to use a bowl, so make sure I rinse it in 3 clean waters. And this is the 3rd rinse to make sure all that salt comes off, because you don't want it overpowering your kimchi. You want to be able to actually eat it and enjoy it. Drain all the water out, and I'm just putting it on the side because I'll use the large bowl to put the wet ingredients, all that brine and the vegetables, and fold everything into there. So I need a big, large working space. These are the vegetables, so I'm just adding the veggies to the big bowl. And of course, the magic sauce. So this is the beauty of it. So you can use your hands or you can use a spoon, a wooden spoon, whatever you like. I didn't make it so spicy. You can make it spicier if you like. I just want to make sure that I am able to eat it and enjoy it. So I love spicy foods, but not overpowering. And Korean food can actually be real spicy food. So instead of 3 cups of kimchi pepper, I used only 1 cup. So basically you adjust the level of heat according to your liking by adding more or less of the Korean kimchi powder, which is the pepper powder that I was using. And now I'm just folding everything into the kimchi leaves. So put everything in between the leaves. Make sure that it penetrates everywhere so it'll ferment evenly. I'm using a big cookie jar here, as you can see. You can use any kind of glass or clay dish. Make sure it's not metal. I'm mixing it in a stainless steel bowl, but once it starts to ferment, you want to make sure that you're using an actual glass jar or clay jar. It's a cookie jar because I won't have it sealed. You just put the lid on it and it's breathing and it'll just ferment just fine. So I'm just mixing it really well and adding all of those packed leaves into the jar. So make sure you pack them because it's easier to just grab one little pack out instead of just slapping everything in the jar and then everything just pours over when you take them out. So just stir them into a little roll. These are the extra bits of leaves, which are the smaller ones. I'm just breaking them apart because it's easier to mix them up instead of folding since they're so tiny. Give them a good mix and add them to the jar. I'm just putting them at the top, and I'll save some for later because I'd like to eat some fresh with a bowl of rice. It's so delicious, even if it's not fermented. It's like a nice, crunchy, spicy salad. So that's it. You just top it up with all of the rest of the vegetables and set it on the side. It usually takes about 7 to 14 days to ferment. Depends how hot it is in the house. Make sure you wipe the rim of the jar and then cover it up with a plate or a lid that is not airtight because you want it to ferment. You need the good air exchange, but not wide open to the air. So make sure you cover it, but not tight. So that's why I'm using my cookie jar, especially for kimchi. Leave it on the countertop for a day or two, and then we're gonna put it in the fridge. So we're gonna have to wait to let it start fermenting. So you wanna start that process of fermentation. This is the rest of the leaves that I saved. This is the fresh kimchi, which I'm chopping up for tonight's dinner. And it's so good, so tasty, crunchy, and a little spicy as well. Give them a nice mix with your hand, and that's it. This is for today. The combination of flavors and the health benefits of kimchi stands as a nutritious staple in Korean cuisine, and so it's become real famous around the world too. So it's not just delicious, but it's actually good for you. This is just so amazing. Look at that. Crunchy, saucy, and it goes so well with rice. It goes well with grilled meat, with fish. Tonight I'm just having it with steamed rice because I want something light, which goes really well with the crunchiness and the spicy kimchi. It's full of antioxidants. It reduces inflammation. The benefits are so many. So you're not only eating good food that's tasty, you're eating good food that's actually good for your health. Fermented foods boost your immunity and they're great for digestion. This is 36 hours later. I'm just testing it. There you go. That's all the liquid. It's released more liquid because of the salt. And make sure you press it down. So after 36 hours or so after a day or two, it depends on how warm it is in the house, make sure you press down on the leaves so that there's no air trapped. Okay, so press down really hard so that all that brine will come to the top. So all of that goodness will be submerged into the yummy juice that it's produced. There we go, and pop it in the fridge, and it's good in 2 weeks. Of course, we never wait. We just enjoy right away and every other day. The full ingredient list will be in the description box below. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. And once again, thanks for watching.